Hey guys, welcome to Farm Feast. On episode 1 here, we're going to be making whole wheat French bread with the cool control technique. It's a really simple way to get an incredible loaf of French bread with that caramelized, crackling crust and a nice, stretchy, supple interior. And to boot, this whole thing works around any schedule and you're never waiting around for the loaf. Come join me and I'll show you how easy it is. So today we're making whole wheat French bread with the cool control technique. This is one of my absolute favorite recipes, not just because it makes a great loaf of bread, but because it puts all the flexibility in my hands in terms of when I want to do each stage. So I'm never waiting around for the loaf to rise. I'm never wondering if it's risen enough. I just know that if I do my cool control in the fridge, I'm going to get a great result and it's going to happen on my timetable and be ready for me when I'm ready to do it. So this is a great recipe for folks with kids and busy lives and jobs who still want to make amazing bread at home. Okay, so we've got our red llama sweet berries here. We're going to go ahead and mill that on fine in the mill, heat up our 2 cups of water, scale out our instant yeast and our salt, mix that together. Should take about 5 minutes start to finish and we'll have our dough all set to go. Adding a ½ teaspoon of yeast and 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to mix that together first. We're going to add our 2 cups of water heated to 90 degrees. Looking for the hydration here, soft, supple dough. I'm going to pop a cover on that, stick it in the fridge, and we'll see you tomorrow. So our dough has spent the night in the refrigerator. It's risen in volume by about 50%. If you want to use a graduated container, it's a good way to measure the rise on your dough. This one we're going to proof in a traditional brat form or banneton basket lined flour or sprinkled with flour. And so we're going to go ahead and get our banneton nice and well floured so the dough doesn't stick. We're also going to flour the top of our dough here and take it out from the bowl, turn it out on the work surface, pat it out just gently, give it a fold, turn the dough over, and just give it a nice rounding. And if you need a little extra flour, go ahead and put that on your hands while you're rounding it up. And then you're going to go ahead and turn it seam side up into your banneton here, and you'll notice that the dough is already pretty nicely inflated, and we'll pop that back in the fridge and it'll be ready to bake in about 3 hours. Okay, so our loaf has had several hours to rise in the refrigerator. As you can see, it's increased in volume by quite a bit, probably 50 to 60%. This one we're going to load on the peel and bake on a stone. Turn the loaf out onto the cornmeal dusted peel. You could also use wheat flour, would be fine. And we're going to cut about a 1/4 inch deep cross hatch in the top, and then we're just going to add some decorative cuts in between. And we're we're going to go ahead and load this into the oven and then put about 4 to 5 ounces of water in the bottom of the oven to steam the loaf. The loaf baked here for about 40 minutes in a 450-degree oven. It is baked, but just to make certain, internal temperature reading in the center of the loaf should be 200 degrees, which we are. There we have it, a nice loaf of whole wheat, cool control French bread. Slather this up with butter or eat it straight or make sandwiches. Are you good to go?